What's up, everybody? It's Andrew, and I just want to say that the contest is over, and I want to thank everybody who came out and participated in the contest. We had a healthy dose of videos, lots of newcomers to stop motion and YouTube, and some uh, veterans like myself who have been doing it for several years. And there's just a good, healthy mix of different things. I've got all the entries in here in the contest in this video, and I went through each one with an eye on improving their animation or improving their channel, getting them some exposure that they wouldn't otherwise have, and trying to give them some insights that maybe I've collected over the years to kind of help you avoid making the same mistakes that I did. This is my first contest. I didn't really expect to have a whole lot of people involved. There was a small window of time that you had to complete it, and that was all just to kind of feel out the waters of this hosting a contest, and then that way in the future maybe I can make some adjustments of my own and hopefully have better prizes and more entries and just kind of help people get their channel off the ground. I did enter my own contest, and that might seem a little unusual, but I did do it for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to kind of boost the numbers for the videos in the contest, and two, I kind of wanted to get an idea of what could be done in just a short amount of time. Anyway, let's get to the other contestants. Okay, first up is Halo Scout. He's one of the first contestants that had a video uploaded to the contest, and I was really impressed by how quickly he could put together a video, and it's pretty good. You should go check it out. He's a relatively newcomer to YouTube and animation, and since he's uploaded this video to the contest, he's made some dramatic improvements to his animations overall. And when he started the contest, I think he had around 20 subscribers, and now he's up to nearly 100, so that's really impressive. If I had a little bit of advice to give you, I'd say just mount your camera to a tripod or something very stable and kind of focus on just animating the figures and not worry about that camera movement until later till you gain a little bit more experience. And that stuff will come a lot more naturally later as you get more comfortable with just animating in general. And another thing would be to maybe add some sound effects or some voice acting. That could really add something for the viewer to kind of see what's going on and stuff like that. And even just a music track by itself can really add to the atmosphere and the feel and the mood of an animation. So just make some minor adjustments, some minor fixes, and I think you'll be impressed by how well you can do some of this stuff. Kind of experiment around and see what you get, and you'll end up having more subscribers, more people watch your videos. So go check him out. Okay, the Undetermined is the next contestant's video I want to talk about. His entry is a really solid entry. He did some things with special effects as far as gun flash and realistic looking blood, and he had a good variety of characters to watch, and even had some sound effects in there and some voice acting. And all that stuff goes into making something just a little bit better than it would be without any sounds at all. And I think he did a really good job. Go check him out. That's the Undetermined. And if I had some advice to give you, I would say, again, try to mount your cameras on a tripod or something stable and kind of just focus on the characters and not worry so much about um, the movement. And also don't film with natural light. You want to have some artificial light, that way that's not affected by the sun and clouds and weather in general. And really, Andrew Coffins, really, Coffins, SMH. The next video I want to talk about is the Brave 101, a really good entry into the contest. I really felt like he upped the difficulty as far as getting some good action in there with good effects, with gun flash and recoil and gore and all that kind of stuff. And I think he did a good job with the voice acting at the end of the video. And if I had some ways to improve your future videos or your channel. I would say try to keep your sets appropriate to what story you're trying to tell. Anything that is in the background can ultimately be a little bit distracting to the viewer. So you want to keep that kind of stuff out of sight. For example, you have a Sharpie in a couple of scenes, and no matter what you're trying to do, just try to keep it appropriate, and you'll do fine. And go check this guy out. He's really good. That is the Brave 101. Okay, next up is the Oddly Said. And this is a really funny video, very entertaining. I really placed it up higher on the list because I thought that he did an excellent job as far as voice acting, and just the writing is kind of funny. One of the characters' names is Stabby McStab Your Face. That's kind of humorous. And Mr. McFofo is also a funny name. Anyway, I think you did a really good job on the voice acting. Maybe the writing and the delivery could be just a little bit better, but overall, it's very a solid, entertaining video, and it's one of those videos where again you have to kind of work on the camera placement and the movement. Unintentional movement can really take you out of the moments in the video. But overall, I think you did a really good job, and I'm proud that you joined the contest and made a good entry. And I'm probably going to watch this many, many times just because it's so funny. Go check him out. That's the Oddly Said. Okay, next up is Small Things Films. This is another video entry to the contest where comedy is sort of the main theme. And I think you did a really good job with the writing and the voice acting and the sound effects and all that kind of stuff. The jokes are a little bit corny, but they're still humorous in their own way. And the visual effects are on point with what's happening on screen. As far as sound effects, they're very appropriate to what's happening. And this is just a really good, entertaining video. And he did some jokes that are sort of like fourth wall breaking, which is kind of popular right now and timely. And he did some universe mixing and stuff like that. So he did a really good job of just kind of making this appeal to as many people as he can. And I think he did an excellent job in the animation. The only advice I'd have to give you is maybe just kind of fine tune some of that animation techniques that you have. You want to maybe employ some easing in and easing out on some of the more complicated movements. And just overall, a very good entry. One of my favorites. Um, Go check him out. This is Small Things Films, and I think he's one of those YouTubers that's going to be around for a while. Hopefully, because this is one of those creators on YouTube that's got a really good eye for detail and action and comedic timing and delivery and all that kind of stuff. Just gotta work on your writing a little bit, maybe fine tune some of those jokes, and you should be fine. Anyway, that's Small Things Films. Go check him out. Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Okay, we're down to our last three contestants in the contest for 2018, and in third place is Dafter Things. Now, this video that he submitted, Avengers vs. Magneto, was the second one I received, and this tells me that this is a person that can get a quality animation done in a timely manner. And from a technical aspect, there's really nothing to be desired. He did an excellent job with the music, setting the scene, the voice acting. There are 6 characters in the video, and I'm assuming he did all the voices for all 6. And each one has their own distinctive sound, and he did a very good job with the green screen and the sound effects. It's just a very, very solid, good entry. The humor in the video is, again, comedy, and it is funny without being edgy or controversial in any way, and it's refreshing to see something with Marvel characters, which up to this point I didn't know even existed. I'm used to seeing Halo and Call of Duty and stuff like that, so this was very refreshing to see something with new characters, to me anyway, and really set his entry apart from many of the other entries. This person is very polite and gracious, And I think that's something that's pretty rare in the world today. Those kind of people are in short supply. Another thing that this person did in a unique way was he found a way to promote some of his other content at the end of the video. And I think as a YouTube creator, you're going to need to try to find ways to drive traffic to your channel. And that's kind of what it's all about in succeeding, is getting other people to view some of your other content. I think you found a really cool way to do that at the end of this video. Anyway, that's Dafter Things. Go check him out. He's our third place winner. Okay, next up is our second place winner, Figure Motion. And this guy is highly underrated on the platform. All of his animations are top notch and very well put together. This video here is one of my favorites because it employs one of the things that I enjoy in storytelling, and that's the show don't tell rule. And what that is things that are happening on screen are shown to you, and nothing is over explained or spoon fed to you. The animation also employs a lot of practical effects. All the lighting and the settings are appropriate, and everything feels very realistic. In addition to all of that, the action in this is not, it's chaotic without being impossible to follow. You understand what's going on. It's not overly cut down or sped up or anything where you can't tell what's going on. This is just a very, very good animation. I wished that I could do some of this stuff. And he did a good job. You feel all of the impacts, all the punches, the kicks, and the camera movements are all very, very good. And the only complaint I have is maybe there's a little bit of unintentional light flicker, but overall, a superior animation. Okay, our last video and our first place winner is, you guessed it, Stinger 11 Studios. Now, when it comes to animating, this guy is kind of in a league of his own. He does a very good job of employing every aspect of a video that you can think of. Sound design, voice acting, animating, cinematography, all those things come together to create something that is just head and shoulders above even what his channel suggests that he can do. He's very underrated, just like Figure Motion, and there's some things that he does in his videos that are very, very good. They're very nuanced. You can kind of see the performance. If it's on mute, you can kind of tell what's going on. There's something that he also does, and that is he's very involved in the YouTube community, and there's he's willingness to collaborate with other people. In fact, for this video, he got Wheels Bricks to come in and do the voice of the other Marine. And that's something that all YouTubers need to be willing to do, is collaborate. And to make it on the platform, you need to be able to employ all the tricks that you can. Everything in this video is, there's nothing wrong with it. It's an excellent, excellent job. I don't find any fault in it. The only thing I wish it had was more of it, and more videos like this that can be entertaining in an action way, in a comedy way, in a nuanced way. It's just a superior video. Congratulations to Stinger 11. I hope he sticks around on this platform because he is one of my favorites.